Hello, I'm Toycam. Welcome back to Seed Sunday. Seed Sunday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you Seed's Minecraft console edition, which are particularly interesting and worth checking out some way. This week I figured I would show you a seed which has basically what is a new feature from TU39, which is that we've got our extreme hill biomes back. So before this update, they were really anemic, they were really small, and basically extreme hills weren't extreme in any sense of the word, and although now they're not as good as perhaps they could be on the PC, they are a lot bigger, they are a lot cooler, and today I'll be showing you a seed which has 15 separate mountains, a whole bunch more extreme hill like between those things, and also on top of that a whole bunch of emeralds to be found, emerald coordinates, emerald plus diamond coordinates, and emerald plus diamond plus mob spawner coordinates. So yeah, lots and lots of crazy stuff, a really nice seed for a whole bunch of reasons, and today I'll be showing you around it. But first of all, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video because it does help out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like Seed Sunday, especially when I'm showing you seeds, with the most recent stuff. Let me know if you like that sort of stuff with a like. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start with the seed itself, the most important part of any seed video I think you'll find, and the seed is Toycat Extreme 7. So Toycat, like me, extreme because extreme hills, and 7 because random. So yeah, if you do type that in, you'll spawn just over here, which I mark with a beacon. You'll spawn somewhere near this lake or in the forest somewhere. Basically, you'll spawn in a pretty rough location where you can't even really see any of the mountains. But if you can find your way on top of a tree, you can see 1, all the mountains that I did show off on the comparison video, but 2, you can also see the rest of the biome. So the cool thing, I'm actually going to cover the non-mountain stuff first, as counterintuitive as it sounds, because even though the seed is covered in mountains, like it's something like 60% mountains, all the stuff that isn't mountains is really diverse, and it means you get stuff like, oh yeah, just the south of the forest you spawn in, you find a plains biome, which it's a really small one, but the fact that it exists is really useful because it means you get mobs. But then on top of that, so that's 2 already, you get yourself a swamp, so 3 biomes. Then you get yourself a taiga biome, so 4 biomes. Then there's a birch forest just over there. That's a 5th biome right there. Then, of course, you've got the roof forest just across here from a tiny second swamp here. That's 6 biomes. Then, of course, you've got a jungle, a really rare spawn, and there's a tiny little one here, which is kind of nice if you ask me. That's a 7. And then, finally, you've got a desert just over here for the 8th. And bear in mind, this all takes up such a tiny space. You can get here within just a few hundred blocks of each other, and that's pretty darn nice. So, yeah, I'd recommend coming here first, just because watermelons are really useful, and because, you might want cacti for, like, green dye, or even just for a cactus farm. Still, here's where you can go to get all the sort of stuff, also sugarcane, all the sort of stuff that you wouldn't normally expect to find while you're going mountaineering. So now let's talk about the mountains. The thing that I'm sure a lot of you are like, yeah, let's see those mountains. So in case that is you, 1, that's a weird way to put it, but 2, here is the first of the mountains I want to show you. It's one of the smaller ones. It only goes to, up to about Y108, but still, you get a really nice view off these other biomes, including, a bigger swamp there, a big roof forest, and a jungle. And in case you want to just settle down on the first mountain you see, either this one or the one literally next to spawn is the one I'd recommend. But since I can't cover every mountain, I do instead, show up some of the cooler ones, which, first of all, it's this one over here, because it's so close to sky height. I don't think mountains are allowed to go above sky height. Again, on PC they can, but for some reason they're kind of muted on console. But still, this is a massive improvement on how it was before. This is a very high mountain that almost reaches into the clouds, and this one over here next to it is really cool, because it used to be about the size of this, but they made it, like, almost double the size, and they made lava pour out of it. So yeah, this is something you wouldn't have been able to get before. Before you'd have something like that. Now you get something like this, which I just think is so cool. And again, you probably recognize this from my, my Extreme Hill video. In case you watched that, if you didn't, then I'd recommend it because it kind of explains how much they've changed mountains since, the previous thing. So yeah, with that also said, let's head further to the northeast so I can show you some other stuff. Because of course, like I said, it's not just Extreme Hills; it's just mostly that. Over here, you'll find yourself a plains biome in between this and the roof forest. I recommend always having, like, some link to a plains biome, because just the mobs alone, being able to kill them and, breed them and do all that sort of stuff, it's just so useful for any survival world. Even if you do want to go mountaineering and just find all the emeralds you can, which you can do in any part of this extreme hill, or over there, or anywhere really, it's still handy to have the meat so you can do that. So, obviously, as well as that, we've also got ourselves a nice mega taiga biome here. I really like this mega taiga because it kind of centers around these underwater boulders, which I think this is just perfect to make your own island and kind of have a nice centered view in. I don't know why I really like the idea, but if you want to settle down anywhere that's non-extreme hill, this is probably going to be one of the highest places on the list, because again, it's a really big collection of mega taigas. Not often you find this, especially not often you find this with all of the cool stuff over, with the mountains and stuff, and that's kind of nice. So moving on from this, let's go to the first mountain where I actually have, some stuff to show you in the coordinates, because I'm sure a lot of you are like, okay, where are the emerald coordinates? I want to go mine some emeralds so I can get that haggler achievement. So the first set is going to be found just over here. Do you like my arrow that's pointing to it? Because it's in a mountain. But yeah, the first set is found just over here. As you can see, I'm going to drink the night vision potion. It's found just in this little cave like this. Relatively simple thing. It's like, oh yeah, we found some emeralds. Also, I believe, if you head further this way, you're going to find yourself some diamonds. And it's pretty nice that you get some emeralds and some diamonds in the same cave, right? Really, really rare little coincidence. But if you head this way a little bit, I could be wrong. No, this is the one where you find not only emeralds, not only diamonds next to each other, but a spider spawner with not only name tags, horse armor, but also 2 of the rarest drops, a golden apple and enchanted book, plus a bunch of iron. So literally, from going a few blocks down from one mountain, you can get your... Oh, there's also a second emerald here, just in case one wasn't good enough. So yeah, not only can you find yourself, a big old group of diamonds like that. Okay, there's a third bit of emeralds over here as well. As well as a whole bunch of gold, by the way, it's worth mentioning. These caves are just filled with emeralds because they're right under a massive extreme hills. And so, yeah, that's 3 separate emeralds. That's 4 separate diamonds. That's a golden apple, an enchanted book, and a bunch of iron. Just in one little cave system, all found close together. So, yeah, here are the coordinates, just in case you want them one more time. Really, really cool place. I could be mistaken, but I think there might be another... yeah, there's more emeralds over here too. So if we head further up this way, then we find ourselves a 4th emerald just over here. So 4 emeralds, plus, obviously, the diamonds, plus... plus the enchant stuff. It's so insane that it all spawns together, but that's what you get when you have, mountains this big and mountains this close together. You can just find so much insanity, so much of the rarest stuff, because emeralds are even rarer than diamonds, all in the same cave. So, as well as that, I believe I also missed one already, that's just found somewhere just over here, because, oh, there it is. So just over here, we've got ourselves another one. Not quite as impressive as diamonds, emeralds, and a mob spawn, all close together, but you'll see that if we head down here, you'll find what is kind of nice, a little ravine right here. It goes all the way down to diamond lair, so you can search around for diamonds, but obviously there's emeralds here too. I believe there's just the one patch I found there, but there's also a bunch of gold, bunch of, chances to find diamonds, chances to find emeralds, and it's worth, always taking advantage of those. So, again, it seems kind of unimpressive, like, oh, it's just one of those things now, but the cool thing about this one that I did like is the fact that, as you can see, it kind of linked into a second ravine, which means if you wanted to go here, you could do the whole thing. And I always like it when ravines link together, because it feels like it's just more freedom to explore a massive area all at once. So, yeah, let's break our way out of here. Again, it seems like, oh, it's just one emerald, but bear in mind it is the rarest ore in the game, technically, which is really, really cool. But yeah, as well as that, if we head further to the north again, because again, I just kind of missed this one because I was so distracted by the Mega Taiga, I can show you even more emerald, ore locations. So, again, as we go past all of these mountains to show this stuff, look how many there is, and look how much taller they are than they would be before. This one, for instance, it's the tiniest mountain in the world in terms of size, but it has this massive, massive size to it, and it goes all the way up to Y110. Pretty cool stuff if you ask me. But yeah, if we head further this way, you can see that even though this isn't a true mountain, because it doesn't go like to crazy peaks, what it does have is it has a really cool cave where you can get to emeralds without mining a single block. So yeah, if you go to these coordinates, so 286, 381, and you mine your way all the way down like this, so just kind of follow the cave all the way to the logical bottom, which I believe is just over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's just over here, so follow the waterfall down. Then you'll get to really low levels, so basically where diamonds should spawn, and you can find yourself, a set of emeralds over here. Kind of dangerous because it's in water, so make sure you patch it up first. 2, there's a set of emeralds just over here. Again, really nice that they're so close together. As well as that, of course, if we head this way, we can find ourselves a third batch of emeralds. I believe it's just up here, maybe. Yeah, there we go. There's a third emerald. And then just over here, there's a 4th emerald. So close together, none of them require any bit of mining. And that's so cool that you can find, again, the rarest ore, which I'd recommend silk touching because it's rarer as an ore than it is as a item. But still, whatever you choose to do with it, you can find a lot of it in these caves. And bear in mind, these caves go out in a whole bunch of different other directions, and if you just look around, you'll find even more emeralds. So cool if you ask me. This is not the way out. I don't know why I thought it would. So cool if you ask me, and I'd totally recommend it. So let's just mine our way out of here, because I'm kind of lost, and it's so much easier to get trapped in these holes than it is to get out of them. But yeah, if we mine out of here, back onto the extreme hill, or I guess next to it, then I can show you some other stuff. So this mountain over here is another one I really, really think is cool, because as you can see, it goes all the way up to, the max, thing it can do. But then there's a tree here, which goes pretty much to the height limit. I think it's really suspicious that nothing in the world goes above Y128. If I had to guess, just while we're doing Seed Sunday anyway, I think they maybe, they had performance issues, and they had to lower all the biomes to compensate. That would be my figuring. But yeah, as well as that little thing, you can see that just around here, it's very, very well hidden, at least my marker is. Then just down here, you'll find what I believe I've honestly forgotten at this point, is access to an emerald just right here. So it's just an emerald in a fiery cave. The reason I think it is cool is because, again, you explore the rest of the cave and you're going to find more emeralds. But for now, just keep in mind, this is a very dangerous emerald to get. Probably wouldn't recommend digging straight down to this one unless you like a bit of danger. And in which case you do, perfect emerald to go get. So as well as this one over here, and the fact that over here you can see there's a bunch of floating spruce biomes, or floating taigas, which means a place like this would be a really interesting spawn or interesting house. You also find more and more mountains, of course. The mountain over here, mountain over there. You got yourself a set of coordinates, a thing over here. Pretty cool, because you mine down to this, and you find yourself a skeleton spawner. This is just a skeleton spawner, but still, it's pretty rare, and I know it doesn't seem so rare compared to everything else, but still, it is kind of like that, and if you head through the cave, I believe it does lead to an emerald eventually. You have to head through like that, and boom, there's an emerald. So, emerald and a skeleton spawner, yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, if you want a skeleton spawner, might as well get the emerald. Want an emerald? Might as well get the skeleton spawner. Always cool stuff, and that leads us into the last set of coordinates I want to share with you, which is just over here. And honestly, I forgot there even was a 6th set of coordinates, so I guess we'll discover this one together. Because the way I do Seed Sunday is I do like hours of searching around the seed the previous day to find cool stuff, like, oh, I wonder what's there or there. And then evidently I've just forgotten what this one was entirely. So yeah, if we look all the way down to the bottom, I guess. Oh, I guess this is another one of those caves that just goes all the way. It looks suspiciously like the last one, doesn't it? Where, in fact, is this the exact same cave as the last one? Oh, it is. That's what's happened here. I feel so. I feel like I just suddenly lost everything. But still, excluding the fact that Toycat, just lost his bearings on the map and went down the same cave twice, I thought this was a really cool seed because it has so many mountains. So at least we now know why I didn't remember it, because it just didn't exist. It was the same one as before because I just got the map upside down. So yeah, always keep an eye on which direction your map is in, and this is a whole bunch of coordinates on this seed. Before we finish up today's Seed Sunday, though, I do want to show you. Okay, this is definitely a new one now. I'm pretty sure at the very least. So we mine down from here, then we'll find a true surprise. But yeah, there's still a whole bunch more mountains to show off. There's just an emerald over here. Kind of nice, you ask me, because it's right in this little thing right here. If you want more emeralds, if you're trying to get the Hagrid achievement, this is the best seed to do it on, because if you mine anywhere, like if you go branch mining for diamonds, you will find emeralds. If you just go mining for caves, because you want to find mob spawners, or you just want to look around for, this loot or that loot, you're going to find emeralds, and that's why this seed is amazing. It's not only does it have the amazing scenery of, like, look at the size of this mountain, compared to what we had before, it also has access to, all the emeralds and that Hagrid achievement, which I know a lot of you do quite want and enjoy. So yeah, that is this week's Seed Sunday. I hope you did all enjoy it. Hopefully you all thought this was pretty cool. If you did, like the video and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like the Seed Sunday stuff. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. This was a little bit of a different Seed Showcase normal thing, because again I got lost and also did a bit more off the cuff. Let me know if you thought that was cooler. But with that said, this has been Seed Sunday, and I will see you all tomorrow for, like, Let's Play Monday, I guess. So, goodbye, everyone.